What is ladder logic? PLC ladder logic. Ladder logic is one of the top 5 most popular types of PLC programming languages. It is used in manufacturing environments, mostly before programmable logic controllers. Manufacturing plants used relay-based circuitry to energize different loads based on how the relays were wired together. Relays were costly, required maintenance, and could not be easily configured. As PLCs started to be used, it was essential to keep a similarity to the old system that it was replacing. So ladder logic was basically created as the first PLC programming language. Ladder logic is labeled as such because the software is laid out in the shape of a ladder. On the left side, ladder logic instructions are used. Set of conditions are set into the rung of the ladder, while the ones on the right hand side, the instructions that are carried out or triggered when the conditions are met. Each rung of the ladder goes from left to right, and the ladder rungs are executed normally from the top to the bottom by the PLC. So ladder logic is extremely popular among PLC programmers. It's easy to learn, easy to use, and you can quickly find faults in automation systems by going online using a PLC Ladder Logic online tool. Learning ladder logic is typically the entry point into a career in control systems as a PLC programmer. Of course, a lot of people come from the electrical background. They may also get into ladder logic programming. So the basics, just like computers, PLCs operate with signals, binary signals and analog signals can be set to a specific value by the program. In the programming world, this data type is called a Boolean analog. A Boolean takes a single bit of memory, it can be set to 0 or 1, and is used as the most basic of PLC instruction. PLC executes the program loaded into one rung at a time, basically executing it from left to right. As the PLC begins to process that rung, it reads the instructions on the left, and it determines if the logic on the right should be set or not. The logic evaluates what we commonly know as the status register as it passes along the ladder rung. Each instruction has a set of conditions that need to be met, and the instruction will either result in a true or false outcome of the executing code. For this purpose, we'll do some of the most basic PLC instructions in ladder logic. The basic instructions are normally the coil, a coil, or an input will normally have a contact that can be programmed into the PLC to be used, and the PLC would evaluate the condition of that input or that coil. It will be either high or low. So when it's set to high, the bit is set to 0 basically. The bit register, as we call it, you go into the depth of the PLC program. The bit register gets set depending on the conditions that are applicable to either coil or input. Typically, energizing of the output instruction will be also set to either high or low, 0 or 1, true or false. Yes. Okay, I'm just going to close off the training.